was life like for you before COVID, before coronavirus? Were you quite busy? Yeah, you were quite busy, involved in a lot of different things. So I know you used to come to Speak Out, and you were very active in the Being Heard in Government group.
The Labour movement. He used to attend Labour conferences as well.
Very active in the Labour Party, and going to conferences. And you were very involved with the campaigning at Speak Out, weren't you, around people's democratic rights?
So
And being involved with elections and voting. Yeah. Was that important to you?
Is your local MP? You've got a Labour MP, haven't you, in Hove? Is it Peter Kyle?
it
Yeah.
is indeed.
So you know him, don't you?
Oh, he's been to his office for a couple of interviews,
Yeah.
a number of times.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're very, very linked in with the local community, with the Labour Party, Peter Kyle, Speak Out through the campaigning. Lots of stuff going on. Yeah. Are you doing anything else?
I heard something about football.
Yeah, he used to go out for football matches, to the Amex, and even to Wembley Stadium for all those football outings and
I'm just
some
trying
holidays.
to see, Kevin. Is it Manchester United?
I guess things changed an awful lot when COVID started.
Quite a lot.
Kevin, do you remember what it felt like when you first heard about the coronavirus? Was it frightening?
Frightening, and he became very anxious.
Did you, Kevin?
And coupled with that, the aspect of being confined made it even worse because people couldn't go out, they had to stay in their flats. And it got to a point where people couldn't even go out for drives, which was even worse.
So you really were completely stuck indoors?
Stuck
in the
indoors
lockdown.
and just doing indoor activities, which was confined to television, a few games, reading newspapers,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
So Kevin, did you keep in touch with the news? I know, yes, because I know from in the past that you followed the news and read the newspaper in terms of politics. Did you also in terms of the pandemic? Yeah.
Yeah, one frustrating bit for Kevin was that they couldn't meet with his mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't meet and mix at all. Communal area was out of bounds. They had to stay in their
even in the
flats.
house, Kevin, you couldn't meet with your the other people that you live with there in the other flats, so people like Martin. No.
And that must have been awful.
Yeah.
Lonely, frightening, yeah, anxious.
Depressing.
And it was a long time, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was, and still to make matters worse, Kevin had a stint in hospital during the COVID
Did you?
period. Yeah, he was hospitalized for quite a while.
Right, I didn't know that. Yeah.
What was the matter, Kevin? Was it to do with your chest and stuff like that?
He had some.
You don't have
Yeah, he
to
picked
talk
up a
about
few
it.
infections.
Not COVID.
No,
No, not COVID.
just a few infections, and then second time around it was to do with his church. He had to go in again,
Yeah.
but luckily he came out
Yeah.
all fine.
So that must have been upsetting and stressful.
Yeah, but what made it better was that at a certain point, support workers were allowed. But when things got bad, no support.
You didn't have any visitors. No
He wasn't
support.
allowed to have any
So
support.
you were on your own in hospital
Yeah,
without
with the
any
hospital
support?
staff.
Kevin, did in hospital did people understand about your communication? No.
Kind of, because he has a communication passport with him.
Yeah.
So they would rely on his communication passport.
But I guess very difficult to not have people around that know you well. Yeah. So Kevin, it sounds like it's been really, really tough. It has for a lot of people. Were there things that helped you get through that time?
Yeah.
How did you spend your time when you were just shut in your flat? Watching TV?
Watching TV and the Zoom meetings did
Zoom.
great to fill in the gap.
Okay. Did you come to Zoom meetings at Speak Out?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But Zoom meetings, they were quite a current feature because
Yeah.
I used to attend
Right.
most of the Zoom meetings with him.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's good to see other people in that way.
It was indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. Goodness. And I guess having your support workers, so you've been around with Kevin throughout the whole pandemic, working.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
been.
So having that continuity. Yeah.
It's been a very intense time, hasn't it, Kevin? You must feel very close to the people that have supported you. Yeah?
So much.
Really appreciating what they've done.
And I was going to ask what we've been asking in these interviews, what a typical day in lockdown was like. Having support
Yeah, it
workers
was just kind of like more or less routine.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning, have a shower, get dressed,
Yeah.
have some food, then the TV bits, Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
That was it. But of course, there was provision for them to go to the communal space, but only one person at a time.
Okay.
If it was me and supporting Kevin to the communal space, there wasn't supposed to be anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, just for that period.
Have you got a garden, Kevin?
Yes. So we actually go out to the garden as well, which was another positive.
Yeah. Is that a thing you like to do?
Yeah, and when things really got better, visits were permitted, his mom and dad could come out and
Yeah.
see him out in the garden.
Okay.
You must have missed your family, Kev.
So much.
Yeah.
But well, they would
Exactly.
they would speak on over the phone, video phone calls.
Did you Zoom with your family? Yeah. Yeah. Zoom became really important, didn't it? For a lot of people as a way of keeping
In touch.
in touch and
True.
seeing people's faces and hearing. Was it important for you? Yeah. How did it feel when things started to change and we were able to go out in the community again? Did that feel positive?
Yeah, quite positive and bright.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we went out to George Street for a walk. Oh, Kevin was elated.
Were you?
Yeah, we went out and we met his mom. Yeah, George Street.
How did you feel, Kevin? Excited?
It was really exciting for
Happy?
him.
Did you feel at all anxious about going out after a really long time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
kind
a lot
of,
of people have said that they found, although it was exciting, it was also quite scary to
Yeah,
sort of start going out again.
It really felt a little strange. You'd say, are we at the right place?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you would remember, oh no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
restrictions have been relaxed.
Yeah. And having to wear masks? Did you wear a mask, Kevin?
No, Kevin
No,
didn't wear a mask.
yeah.
Yeah, because
So did you have to wear one of those exemption things around your neck to say,
he did have a badge
Yeah.
to show that
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
exempted from the masks.
It was quite strange, though, wasn't it, to be in a world where everybody else had a mask on? I
It
imagine,
was.
was that strange in hospital?
It was worse with us, his support workers. It really frustrated him to see us with masks on.
Yeah, yeah. And not be able to see people's mouths. as
Voices
they're
and
speaking
smiles,
and
yeah.
Smiles, yeah. And now, Kevin, are you... So you're here at Speak Out East, which is really great to see you. Are you... Some of the other things that you were doing before lockdown, are you doing those again?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's back on his plans. He's actually planning to go on holiday.
Are you? How exciting. Where are you going? In this country?
Out of this country. Do you want me to tell? Is it okay if I tell? Yeah, Amsterdam.
You're going to
oh
Amsterdam?
wow, are you? Oh my goodness me, that's one of your favourite places, isn't it? Yeah, I remember you making plans to go to Amsterdam when you were kind of 17, 18.
So good to have something to look forward to. That was difficult, wasn't it, in lockdown? We didn't know what we were looking for.
Very difficult. Very difficult indeed. because it was just moving backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards.
Same old thing, day in, day out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can laugh about it now, Kevin.
Kevin, was there anything in the kind of lockdown or during the pandemic that was positive for you?
I'll take that as a no.
No.
So nothing good came out of COVID for you? No. Okay.
But now, as we're moving back into something that feels a little bit more normal, does that still feel a bit anxious? Is it a bit anxious?
Yeah, a bit. But getting better and better, isn't it, Kev?
Yeah. Kevin, is there anything else that you want us to ask about or to tell us about your experience?
Okay, I'll finish recording now. Thank you very much, Kevin.